trigonometry. Now the basic of trigonometry starts with triangle. So it has to be a 90 degrees triangle. Now I'm sure you heard of this Toakaso, right? Toacasoh. Correct? You heard of this? Okay. So what trigger? Okay, give me a minute. Okay, Isa, you have to be quiet. Okay. Okay, the trigonometry here is referring to the relationship trigo. Three means three things. Three items. What are the three items? You have T, C, S. You see, T, O, and A. Then C, A, H, S, O, H. So there's three. For each one of them, there are three items, right? Okay, what does T stands for? T stands for tangent, right? We know that. Cosine and sine. Okay. This one, O stands for opposite. Okay, I'm going to write it somewhere else. O means opposite. A means adjacent. H means hypotenuse. All right, so when we talk about trigonometry, we are talking about the relationship between an angle, right? Trigo means angle and two of the sides.
Okay.
One more time. Trigonometry means angle, relationship between angle and two of the sides. It can be this one, it can be this one, it can be this one, right? So just choose two. So you need three items. You need three items. Simple. All right, so before we go into the tangent, cosine, and sine, what I need you to know is that the naming of the side. So the side that's opposite the 90 degrees, the side opposite 90 degrees, right, is always called the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse. Okay, now if I have the reference angle, we call this reference angle. If the reference angle is here, this side is called the adjacent. Okay, and the side that's opposite is called the opposite. Okay, so you know this, right? Hypotenuse, adjacent, opposite. Okay, now we try another one. Let's say I change reference angle. Like, oh no. Okay, I change the reference angle. I change to here. Okay, this side becomes adjacent. This side becomes opposite. Okay, you know this, right? Naming. Okay, so these are all just the naming. So now let's go into the actual trigonometry. So if that's the angle, reference angle there, this is the reference angle, this is the adjacent, and this is the opposite. Okay, so what happened here is that a long time ago, there's this fella. This fella discovered the relationship between angle and side, okay? And he discovered that, hey, you know, if I take the opposite divide by adjacent, if I take the opposite divide by adjacent, that means I take this length divide by this length, right? I get a certain value. So what is this certain value, right? He calls it tangent. Tangent, okay? So if this is angle X, for example, tangent X is equals to opposite divided by adjacent. Okay, so this is a relationship. So if you want to find what is this x. Let's say you don't know what is this value of x. All you have to do is to take opposite divided by adjacent, and then you refer to the book of tangent. Let me explain this part. So a long time ago, we don't have calculator, right? So all this stuff is one book. So this is one book, and then this one book, and then this another book. It's like dictionary like that. One dictionary, second dictionary, third dictionary, right? So whenever you take opposite divided by adjacent, you gotta refer to this book called the tangent book to find the angle.
Okay.
Okay, but nowadays you got calculator. So what they do, they store everything in the calculator.
Okay.
Simple. So let's say you take adjacent, you divide by hypotenuse, right? If it's adjacent divided by hypotenuse, you gotta take out the cosine book. Why? Because cosine is always adjacent divided by hypotenuse. And if you take opposite divided by hypotenuse, you must take out the sine book. Simple, just to find out what is the angle. So it can go both ways. Meaning, if I tell you, oh, tangent x, tangent 30 is a certain value, then you want to find out what is opposite, what is adjacent, you also take out the tangent book. So what is trigonometry all about? One more time. What you're trying to do is you're trying to use these books, this data. The books contains all the data, right? To help you find either the angle or the corresponding side. So if you use the tangent book, you have to use opposite and adjacent. If you use the cosine book, you can only use adjacent and hypotenuse. You take out the sine book, you can only find opposite and hypotenuse. So far, do you understand what's going on? So far, is it simple? Okay, so let's use one example. Okay.
Oh wait, but then what about the cosine rule and the sine
later,
rule?
later. Let's try to understand this. Do you understand this first? Okay, so I give you one example, right? Let's see whether you understand. So sine rule, cosine rule is advanced already. Advanced trigonometry.
Yeah, I'm learning that, and then the teacher doesn't give a shit about
but
me.
we try to understand basic first, okay? Give me a minute. It's a bit noisy, you know. I cannot hear properly, okay? Okay, so let's say this is the reference angle. And then I tell you that here is 10, value of 10. And then here is a value of maybe 15. Okay, and then I say, okay, Yukina, what is the angle here? So you look at this and okay, I gotta use trigonometry. But which book do you use? Do you use a sine, cosine, or tangent book?
Sine. Sine.
Why sine?
Because you have hypotenuse.
Very good. You got hypotenuse, you got opposite lah. So SOH ma. SOH, right? So you gotta take out the sine book, okay? And the sine book says sine x equals to 10 divided by 15. Correct? Opposite divided by hypotenuse. Opposite is 10. Hypotenuse is 15. Got it? So then we refer to the sine book, which of course in this case is our calculator. All right? What do we press? We press sine inverse 1, 10 over 15 equal to 41.8. Okay, and therefore, based on the sine book, right, it tells us that x equals to 41.8 degrees. That's it all. Okay, so sometimes.
Then wait. What about those questions where you like they only give you
This is find angle.
okay, wait.
Sometimes must
If
find
they
height.
yeah. So like, what if they give you opposite and
Same,
they give
same.
you
I give you
and they give
example,
you
right?
the angle? Wait,
I
wait,
know, I
wait,
know.
wait.
I give you example. Give you example.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this is how to find angle. So I give you another example. If they give you this, another triangle, 90 degrees, reference angle, right? So they tell you this is 35 degrees, right? And then here is 13. Then they ask you, what is the height? What is the height? So which book do you refer to in this case? Tangent, right? How do you know? Because this is adjacent and this is opposite. So you must open the correct book, right? So in this case, we gotta use tangent. So we find tangent 35 equals to opposite divided by 13. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then you take out the tangent book. So this is my tangent book. Tangent book. Go and find tangent book. What is tangent 35? So you press 35. You get a certain value, okay, which is 0.7. So 0.
Then how do you put this? So is it like 13 tangent 35? You press that into the calculator.
No. You just press tangent 35. You get 0.7.
But you won't get a proper number.
Never mind lah, decimal mah. There, see? Decimal. 0.7 something.
Yeah, but then my teacher say you must move the thing first.
Wait lah, I know, later on. This algebra already. But you see, first you must know which book to get, which you know. Right? And then you must know what value to get. So you get 0.7000 something, right? So it's fine. So you see, working wise, I leave it like that, but my calculator I never change. I just leave it at 0.700, what stuff. So if I want to find opposite, what do? I gotta take 0.7 times 13. Correct? Which in my calculator, I didn't change a single thing. I'm just gonna times 13. So I get 9.10 cm. Okay, so I get this 9.10 centimeter. Simple? Yeah, so all in all, simple basic trigonometry
Wait, I still got another type. What if they give you like they want you to find opposite, then they give you adjacent
also
and
can
the angle. Then
also can doesn't matter.
Wait, sorry. What if they give you opposite? Then they give you angle.
And
Then you're supposed to find adjacent.
yeah. So the principle is the same, right? So I'm just gonna remove this. The idea is all the same. So now they want you to find adjacent, right? Okay. So let's say it's 35. And they give you here opposite equals to 10. Okay, then adjacent question mark. Same thing. First question, ask yourself, which book do you need to refer? Tangent book,
Tangent,
right? Because opposite adjacent. Okay, so tangent, the book says tangent 35 is equals to 10 divided by ADJ, adjacent. So using algebra, if you want to find ADJ, oops, not enough space. Let me shift a bit. Okay, if you want to find ADJ, you have to take 10 divided by tangent 35, which, you know, when we refer to the book, tangent 35 is simply 0.7.
Okay.
It's algebra. This one is algebra already. The trigonometry is only it only tells you like what is tangent 35, stuff like that. Okay. So 10 divided by 0.7, you take a calculator. 10 divided by 0.7, we get 14.29. Okay, so ADJ equal 14.29. That's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. So it's all
Okay.
about referring to which book. So now you have two advanced trigo. Now, if you realize whatever we went through here, it's for 90 degrees triangle. Can you see that? Triangle 90, then your Toakaso can work. What if it's not 90 degrees? That means it's just random triangle. What if it's not 90 degrees? You got to use two advanced trigonometry formula. So the two which you already know is sine rule and cosine rule. Okay, what is sine rule? A over sine A equals to
A.
okay. So these are the two rules. So now the question is, what is this small letter A and what is this capital letter A? You know, what's this small letter B and capital letter, right? All you have to do is to look at our triangle. Okay, we look at our triangle. So we gotta label properly first. Right? A is small letter A is referring to the length. The length of
I
their
know which
side.
one is length.
What do you mean? They will tell you, ma. They will tell you what's the length.
Oh, okay.
Now small letter A is length. Capital letter A is the angle that's opposite the length. So opposite small letter A, this is capital letter A. If this is small letter B, which is the length, this is capital letter B. And if this is small letter C, this is capital letter C. Can?
They are all lengths.
No. One more time. See, small letter are the length. Capital letter are the angle. Okay? See the difference? Small letter are the lengths. Capital letter are the angles.
Okay.
Okay, so what does this mean? Now, if you look at the formula, what this means is, in sine rule, it says that if you take the length A, divide by the sine of the angle A, is the same as the length of B, divide by the sine of the angle B, also equal to
So they're all
length.
equal?
Yeah, no. The ratio is a ratio. This length divided by sine of the angle. Length divided by sine of the angle.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the terminology. You need to know this first. Terminology first.
Okay.
Okay, now I cannot do question now. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or some other time, okay? We sleep some time to find question. But most importantly, you know the terminology first, right? Now this whole thing I'm going to make into a video, right? That I can send to you. So don't worry. You can watch it again and again, okay? So how about here? Small letter A. Okay, the periodic table. Okay, so small letter A is the length. That means cosine rule means if I take A square, the length square, is equals to this square plus this square minus 2 this cosine angle A.
Wait, slow down.
One more time, see A square is the length of A.
Okay.
Small letter A square is
Mm-hmm.
equal to small letter B square
Mm-hmm.
plus small letter C square
Mm-hmm.
minus 2 times small letter B times small letter C
Mm-hmm.
times the cosine of angle A. So this is the
Okay.
big advanced formula which I cannot use
Okay.
5 minutes to explain.
Okay.
But the first thing is you know the terminology first. What is small letter? What's capital letter?
Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow lah. We find some time tomorrow lah. Let's
Okay. Wait.
see. Yeah.
Wait. For sine rule, right? Like, will okay. We do a over sine angle.
A,
No, capital letter A. Yeah.
which is the angle. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equals to B
Length B
length B
divided
over
by sine of
sine B.
angle B.
So they can ask like, oh, find sine B.
Yes, correct. They can
Then
ask anyone.
okay, then once you will have A over sine capital letter A. How do you find, for example, sine B?
Okay. Now this question, right, I can only do tomorrow because it will take another maybe 15 minutes.
But where to tomorrow?
Don't worry, tomorrow got time. Okay? I think about 1 o'clock. Are you free at 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
1 o'clock lah. DM again lah.
Okay.
Okay, can?
Okay.
Okay lah, so we end here. Don't worry, I'll make in the video this whole thing so you can refer to it.
Okay.
Okay, go and sleep first. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.